Awesome. What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is a video that's a lot different. It's going to be short. It's going to be pretty simple. We're just going to do a Q&A. So if you were from Instagram and you saw the Q&A and you left a comment, I'm going to be answering them now. So here we go. First question. If you weren't a swimmer, what would you be doing now? So if I wasn't swimming right now, I don't know, there's a lot of things I'd probably be doing. I love soccer, so I'd be in some sort of sport. I'd be playing some sort of sport. I'm athletic and I'd always do a sport. But I also love reptiles. I love animals, I love photography and film. So a dream of mine when I was younger was to shoot for National Geographic as a photojournalist. So I'd probably be doing that and breeding snakes or something like that. Favorite Netflix series? Probably Stranger Things. It was the only, well actually no. Stranger Things or Sherlock Holmes. Birthday is April 18th, 1999. Favorite healthy snacks to eat today? Okay, so my dad makes these sticks called Duravours or Bultong. It's a South African thing. My parents are originally South African. I've got dual nationality. But my favorite snack is that. It's like a South African treat. So it's just dried beef basically, or you guys call it like beef jerky. And then almonds, fruit, berries, blackberries. Why don't you lift weights, and have you ever considered lifting weights? Okay, so this is a tricky question. Because of how we train USRPT, or the science of it, like we don't believe in weight training or traditional weight training. We have incorporated a little bit of a gym workout because I feel like my focus is the 50 freestyle, the sprints, and I need a little more size, a little more power that I think doing some gym work is gonna help speed up. But that doesn't take away from the fact that all of the important work is done in the pool because that's where specificity reigns. So I gotta be specific in the water. The gym is more mentally helping me than anything. I can do another video about that in the future, just on what we do in the gym. I mean, a lot of it's simple stuff like push-ups, pull-ups, like wide grip pull-ups, kind of focusing on like that butterfly stroke because it's gotta be specific again, but I'll do that later. Do you have a 25-meter pool in your backyard, and how did this come up? So yes, we do have a 25-meter pool in our backyard. It's 2 lanes. You may have seen it on Instagram. It's a long story about how it came up. When we lived in South Dakota, we ended up buying an old nightclub. We renovated the place. We put a pool in it. We started a swim club. And when we moved to Lawrence, we felt like, you know, we want to have our own pool because we want the freedom to be able to train in our backyard. And we realized a lot of our public pools sometimes have old people that swim laps or like high school teams and clubs that take it up. And it was just smarter for us at the time to build our own pool, which is kind of crazy. Okay, Foster, I'm not going to try to say that. Do you like training with a few partners in practice, or do you rather do it alone? I'm kind of both ways. So like I've trained my entire career alone. It's been me, my dad, and the stopwatch. Occasionally I'll have training partners, but right now I have a buddy from Mexico who's here living with me until April and training with me every day, and I love it because I haven't been able to kind of use a person to push myself in the water because I've always been doing it internally, which I think was a great skill and something that's helped me a lot. But I really love having a training partner to push me and know that, okay, I'm hurting, he's hurting, we're going through this together. It just makes the process a little easier and more enjoyable. So yeah, I love training with a partner, but I can do it without. Favorite place in the world and why? From my friend Aaron Barnsley out of South Africa. I think my favorite place in the world right now would be South Africa. So preferably, like specifically Cape Town, South Africa. I have a lot of family throughout South Africa, Durban, Cape Town, cousins. My entire family's there basically. And I'm missing them a lot. And we got to visit them about 3 years ago, and so I have to say South Africa because I really want to go back and see my family. And it's a beautiful country. Do you think competing and winning competitions is the only thing that motivates you to swim? If not, what else motivates you? Yeah, so that's a good question. You see a lot of athletes that are just motivated purely by results. And I used to be one of those athletes, and maybe I still am. But what I'm starting to realize is that motivation isn't nearly as strong as the motivation you would have if you were to put purpose behind your race or behind your training. So what I mean by purpose is like, what's the why? What's your greater reason for doing something? Is it just to win a medal? Maybe so. Is it just to have a nice car or impress people? That's great, and sometimes that works, but what you realize is when you get there, nothing's been solved, nothing's been fixed, because you just want more and more. There's this greed in our heart as humans. And so I think it's so important to have a higher purpose, like swimming for my God, knowing that, okay, He's giving me this gift. I want to be able to swim crazy so that I can share with people the joy that I have for the sport, which is more than just wanting to get a world championship medal. Because I've done that and I realized after a week or so, I just got to try and one-up that. Like, nothing really satisfies. So yeah, if that answers your question, cool. I went pro at 14 years old. Really different. A lot of people disagreed with it. But the reason I did it is because I believed I could. It was something I had dreamt about doing, and I felt like I was ready to go. I mean, like, it was part of our plan, and I knew I had to give up NCAA and high school swimming, and that wasn't something that I have ever regretted. How can I go from 4 breaths to 0 in the 50 free? So this was an issue of mine. I was down to 1 breath in the 50 freestyle at Nationals last year, and just before World Junior Championships. And what I started doing was this exercise called Wim Hof breathing method. Okay, so it's a series of deep breaths. I'll put a link in the description that shows you guys a video of how Wim Hof works and what it does to your body. But it's basically a lot of deep breathing, and it's crazy how it works. Like, what it does to your body is incredible. So check out that video. That's what I did, and I ended up going 0 breaths in my 50 free, going from a 22.03 at Nationals down to a 21.75, and doing it 3 times at World Juniors. Songs in your playlist. I'll get back to you on that one. I am on Spotify at Michael C. Andrew if you want to check out my songs, but I'll make some playlists and maybe share that with you guys in the future. Biggest key to swimming fast in breaststroke is timing, 100% timing. I realize a lot of people can try and get away with it in power, but if you want to have a really crisp, smooth, quick breaststroke, it's all timing, especially breaststroke, because there's so many moving parts. Yeah, so timing. Victor Lucy, can you give us a day in the life video? Yes, and it will be coming on Saturday. So stay tuned for the day in the life video this Saturday. There's some pretty exciting stuff going down inside that video. We go race, we go to the chiropractor, and we get some new Adidas swag to release. So pretty fun stuff. Last question for you guys before we head out. Does the Adizero XVIII have boost? It does not. So the Adizero does not have boost. It's not a shoe, as you guys know that. I feel like you're just messing with me because there are a lot of you that commented that. But this suit's incredible. Actually, I'm gonna go get it, 1 sec. I'm back. So here we are with the new Adizero XVIII. So 2018 swimsuit, super new box. I love it. It's super sleek. It stacks nicely because we got a lot of these in our cupboards. So it simply opens up like so, and there's the suit in hither. Okay, so it comes with a mesh bag. Super cool. I don't use mesh bags because I don't have tools, but it's a really cool mesh bag to match the suit. And then we've got the Adizero XVIII. Okay, this is by far the most incredible suit I've ever worn. And I'm not just saying that because Adidas pays me to, but it really is amazing. I'm gonna do a full-on review where I review this suit compared to the 2016 Adizero XVIII, which you guys know as like cool rainbow color with the orange straps. But just one thing that I'll speak about before we go on is these bands. These are way stronger and way better suited than the previous one. And what I love is this will not fray when we swim, which happened a bit in the last suit. So stay tuned for the review of that, where I compare this suit to the previous suit. Super stoked. Adidas is doing crazy things. I will see you guys Saturday for the day in the life video. Hope you enjoyed this short little Q&A. I've never done an official Q&A. I thought this was pretty cool. So look forward to maybe doing some more of those in the future. But yeah, so if you enjoy the videos, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys Saturday for the day in the life video. Cheers.